With a population of over 211.4 million, 250 ethnic groups, and over 500 languages spoken across 36 states in the country, Nigeria is known as the giant of Africa. Nigeria being the giant of Africa is not only in numbers, but also in their economy. Nigeria is known as the largest economy in Africa and also the fastest growing economy in Africa as at now, which boasts of industries such as agriculture, IT, trade, oil and gas, and the film industry, also known as Nollywood, being the third largest film industry in the world. Nigeria lies on the west coast of Africa with a twin capital city, one of its kind in the world, with Abuja being the capital city, the official capital city of the country, and Lagos being the business or economic hub of the country. I am Nancy, and in this presentation, my team and I are going to show you how to engage, invest, and do business in Nigeria. We will talk about how to start a business in Nigeria. We will talk about the social and economic landscape. We would also talk about the tax overview and the business etiquette in Nigeria. As mentioned before, Nigeria has over 250 ethnic groups in the country, which means that there are people with different characteristic traits, and it's important that when doing business in Nigeria, you understand the culture. So in this presentation, we would also talk about the cultural aspects and also how to deal with the different characteristics when negotiating a business deal. Stay tuned.
I am going to explain step by step all the requirements for starting a business in Nigeria. The first step is to register with NIPC, which is the Nigeria Investment and Promotion Commission. It is mandatory to register with NIPC because NIPC will be leading and helping you through all the steps of your registration of your company in Nigeria. The second step is to do the tax registration and get a tax clearance certificate. Then you will need to get a business permit, which you can either get in Nigeria or also in the Nigerian embassy of your country. Then you will also have to acquire the expatriate quota document. And then you will need a residence permit that you can get by proving that you are starting a business in Nigeria. Then you will have to open a bank account and you have to share your bank account information on your company's information. And the last step is meeting the auditors. NIPC will make an appointment with Nigerian businessmen to help you and lead you through your business in Nigeria.
Nigeria is a developing country and the economical status is not stable here. The unemployment rate here is 33% and it's constantly rising. In Nigeria, unemployment rate is highest among the young people. People of Nigeria are mostly dependent on three major sectors, which are industry, service, and agriculture. Most of the people are dependent on these three sectors, but people choose two different criteria to lead their job. One is private sector, other is public sector. In Nigeria, private sector is much more bigger than the public sectors. Industry play an important role in Nigeria. The total GDP of Nigeria, industry contributes 23% an annual year. The major activities include oil and gas, manufacturing, and constructions. The other important sector is agriculture. In Nigeria, 70% people are involved with agriculture. Agriculture sectors contribute 25% of their GDP. The major agriculture sectors are fishery, forest, and livestock. Nigeria is one of the most open services market in Africa. The top contributory services are information and communication, trade, professional, scientist, and finance and insurance.
Nigeria is a friendly country to start your business with strong economy, cheap labor and government support. In Nigeria, if you want to start a business, you just only need the capital and the place. While in Belgium, if you want to start a business, at first you need registration. You have to go to the registration office and make them convince what are you going to do and what about your business. In Nigeria, taxes depends on how much money you earn, and at the end of the year you have to pay the tax to the government. In Nigeria, there is a fixed price on every product and item, but in Belgium you have to add 21% on each product or item, and at the end of the year you have to pay the tax to the government. About import and export, it is easy to import and export in Nigeria. Nigeria has six major ports, while in Belgium they only have two major ports, and there are some restrictions to do import and export in Belgium.
Nigeria is a federal republic with presidential system. Nigeria has better foreign relation with its neighbors, and also it is a member of African Union and sits on the Organization Peace and Security Council. The government and its policies are friendly towards businesses and also gives assurance of business stability to both the native and the foreign investors. The stability of politics in Nigeria has enabled the government to provide relevant laws and regulations, protections agreements to the investors and entrepreneurs in Nigeria. Nigeria is blessed with enormous resources, most of which are yet to be fully exploited. There are tremendous investment opportunities that exist in the solid mineral sectors. Some of the examples are coal, tin, iron, gold, among others. Nigeria is one of the largest oil product producers in Africa. This creates huge inflow of foreign investment. Registering your business in Nigeria places at your fingertips all the relevant natural resources needed to make your operation easier and saves your time and energy.